What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we are going to be building still a very capable PC in 2025 that isn't going to break the bank. So guys, I'll go through the little bits and pieces that we do and we'll jump straight into build and we'll then set it up, make sure it posts and go from there. So if you don't want to miss this, then please make sure you stay till the end of the video and see how this thing looks, because I've got a few extra little bits here that's going to make this aesthetically look fantastic. So to start with, we do have a Gigabyte B550M motherboard. Pairing with that, we have Corsair Vengeance LPX 3600 MHz DDR4, and we have 32 gigabytes of that, so more than enough. We have a Ryzen 5 5600X, which is going to still complement very well this RTX 3060 Ti from Asus there. I have gone through a little bit of leeway in terms of power. I've got a Corsair CX750 power supply that is a non-modular power supply. However, with this setup and how it is set up, it'll be absolutely fine. I've got this, for me, is going to be the star of the show. I can't wait to try this. It is a Thermalright Assassin X 120R digital. It has the RGB fan, but it also has a LCD screen on the end. And this was an absolute bargain off of Amazon. It was £20.60. That's amazing for this. So the price is thing. So we're going to see how this sets up. The software for it as well is a Thermalright software, so we'll see how that looks and how easy that is to set up when we get in there as well. I really can't wait for this one, because if this looks good and it sets up as well as a lot of the feedback suggests it sets up, this could be a cooler that we could use a lot on this channel. It will really bring the aesthetic look out on here. In terms of storage itself, I've gone for a Crucial P310. This should be nice and quick Gen 4 storage SSD. It will do up to 7,100 megabytes a second. It should be more than enough for there. That is a 1 terabyte SSD. So guys, that is the build itself. You can see I've got a Wi-Fi card that's there because the motherboard does not have Wi-Fi. So we're going to get all this put together. Cue the montage. So obviously we've got the Ryzen 5 5600X. We've got this Assassin cooler with the LCD screen. That's not going to work immediately when we turn it on. We have to download the software afterwards, so that will come down the line. We're just looking to make sure that this RGB works, because when it comes to computer building, there's always something that happens, isn't there? Let's be honest, there's always something that comes to tuition. So I'm going to have to run a different Wi-Fi module, because the 3060 Ti being it's the Asus version, being quite beefy, it's covered up the other ports and also USB. What I failed to take into account is obviously this uses a USB as well as obviously the front. So I've had to split it off. There's only one USB header on this motherboard, so we're going to have some kind of external Bluetooth and Wi-Fi adapter. But without further ado, let's get the power running to it. I've turned it on at the plug. Let's hope that this creates some power. There you go. There's some life to the LCD screen. We can see the LCD screen going, and it's powering the portable monitor there. So if we press the button, there we go. We have some RGB. And you can run through the cycles as well, but you can see it's running on blue at the moment. I believe they all sync together. I've plugged it into the same RGB hub. We'll let it do some memory training, and hopefully we will get a post. Hopefully it dies down. The screen is locking in. Is it locking in? Are we going to get a gigabyte BIOS? There you go. We have a post. So obviously we have absolutely changed and ripped everything out of here. So we're just going to hit Y to reset, and we're going to then go back into there. Obviously this has no Windows on it at the moment either, so we've got to put a new version of Windows on the machine, so it's not going to boot into anything. It's a completely new SSD. It should hopefully still take us into that BIOS. Yeah, so it's just going to keep boot cycling until a reboot and put it into a boot media. So I've got that USB stick all ready right here, so I am going to get that started. So there you go guys, we're installing Windows. And it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. You have the RGB there at the front as well. Excuse the mouse and keyboard. It's a cheap set. It's not my actual set. It's the ones I just used to set up these computers. However, I quite like it. It looks pretty nice. You have the RGB off of the graphics card there, the 3060 Ti. There's a nice little thing. I tried to hide as many cables as I possibly could. It's difficult with obviously this small case. You have this reset button on the top which changes the RGB, and that all syncs together as well. So you have all different colors there. You can have that to match that as well. I'm pretty happy with it. I quite like it. It looks nice, and obviously we'll set that LCD screen up there, but now that we know it works, let's do that bit. There you go. And we'll set that up after Windows is all installed and we've got internet and all the drivers updated. Okay guys, so here it is in all its glory. Windows is installed, drivers are all in. You can see that LCD screen there cycles between those two. You can also have another one where they are below each other, but the writing is a little bit smaller. I kind of prefer it like that. But all of the RGB you can see there is nicely all synced up into the RGB hub. I quite like it. I like how it looks. You can see my bigger PC there. That's for another day. It's quite messy under there at the moment. I've got cables everywhere because I was trying to plug this in and get it into the Ethernet cable to install the drivers there as well. But you can see. Let me know what you think of this one. Let me know what you think of this Thermal Assassin. It seems to be keeping that CPU nice and cool. I just did some stress tests on it as well, and I also played some games. This PC is getting a very, very strong FPS in most of my games that I am playing. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with how it's turned out. Let me know, guys, what you think. Obviously, this is not going to be replacing my personal PC. My personal PC is has a 4070 Ti in it at the moment. Probably does need a bit of an upgrade when it comes down to processor, etc. Got a i7-11700K, which is probably falling behind a little bit. To be fair, this 5600X in here probably batters out more performance than that 11700K at the moment, but that's going to be one of the next ones that we're going to worry about doing this. This is actually being built for a friend of a friend, should I say. So I like it. I'm really happy it's there, and I'm super impressed by this CPU cooler. There you go. So Thermaltake Assassin X 120R digital, if you're interested in it. I'm very impressed with it. And you can get them. You can get another fan for the other side as well, if you really. So you can have a kind of push and pull configuration. However, I don't think it's really needed. I've got a lot of airflow coming from here, pushes it through, and then the exhaust fan there pulls it straight out the back. I am doing a bit of downloading and stuff at the moment, which is why it's a little bit hotter in there than it was. But guys, I am super impressed with this PC. I'm happy with how it's turned out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And guys, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And guys, if you like PC builds, you like general tech talk, you like Apple products and reviews, then please do keep following. And thank you so much, and I'll catch everyone in the next one.